Hey YouTube, it's your girl Cache back with another video. So yeah, I'm sitting here in the dark. I'm thinking about my brother. I miss him so much. My Tracy Mo, I love you, bro. Rest up, rest easy, bro. I got your kids forever, bro. I miss you. I really wish things was different the day before. Like, I don't know. I don't want to start talking about it. I don't get emotional. But okay, so let's get started. Um, so yeah. So my brother died back in November. He passed away back in November, and uh basically um it was so unexpected, so sudden, so sad that like it was a pain I never dealt with before. Nobody in my family has died ever. So it was like a pain I didn't know how to deal with. I didn't know how to react. I just kind of like lost my mind for a minute. I'm still trying to slowly recover. Like, cause this is the person I seen day to day, 30 years of my life, and I'm only 28. Finna be 28 this year, 27. Day to day of my life, and he was 31. I miss my brother dearly. Like, I think about him every day. It talking about him can bring me to a point of like a mental breakdown, and I'm really just trying to like know that he would want me to be on here living and not being sad and depressed, you know what I'm saying? Because I would give my life to see my brother. But at the end of the day, like, I still got to be here for my family. I still got to be here for his kids, my future family. I still got to be here for them. So I try to just stay strong and try to just not think about it so heavily so it won't bring down my mindset. Okay, so about, sorry guys. So today I'm going to talk about, so guys, I met this guy at my job. Now, like I told y'all, like me personally, I'm not super like sexual. I'm not super like super religious. I'm not super like, I think I'm more just like a closed off. I'm a private person. That could have been due to my upbringing. That could have been by design. That could have been something that traumatized me in the past. But I don't know. I'm a pretty closed off person. So for my span of like relationships and sex and men is like literally a 10-year span, literally. And that's not on purpose. That's just how the way I think I live my life, and I think like I set it up as far as like if a motherfucker not serious or they're not talking about something substantial for me, I can't entertain it because like I did it by myself for so long. It's like I don't know. I don't know if it's pride. It steps in and like I can keep doing it by myself. But I realize that I'm a woman. I need love. I need affection. I need attention too. So I understand that. So I'm at work. I work with this. I have worked with this guy, whatever. Um. So yeah, so I work with this guy, whatever. And like I decided like, okay, it's been 10 years, I'm gonna give a motherfucker a chance. Like, I'm not gonna be like as closed off as I was. I was trying to just give something new a chance. Like my brother just passed away. You can't like I'm low borderline grieving. I'm in the process of grieving and I'm just trying to at this point I'm trying to do anything that can heal me in a way or whatever and give me like a what is it called, like a new way of thinking or whatever, because like my brother, one thing about my brother, he died unhappy and he died heartbroken. So that's something that I was just trying to change my narrative a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 2022, all this shit going on in the world. Like I'm just trying to change my narrative a little bit about my way of thinking about men, because at the end of the day, like I love men. Like I'm not one of those women that say, "Oh, fuck niggas and get money and all this shit." I'm not like that. Like I truly do love men. I think if my life would have went the correct way, I would have just been with one man and one man, literally, and been fine with that. been happy with that. Would have had my family, all all the good shit. Um. So yeah, I decided to try something new, and hold on, guys. I'm sorry, guys. It's just hard for me to tell this story. This is like something that I gotta get out because if I don't get it out, I'm gonna keep harboring. I'm gonna keep like, having anxiety about it, and that ain't good for a person like me who suffer from like anxiety problems. It's not good for a person like me. Okay, so it's this guy at my job. Okay, so um, he now this nigga approached me. This nigga approached me. Now, like I understand, like it could have been for sexual reasons. It could have been because whatever the case may have been. This nigga approached me or whatever. So, me in my life, I'm trying to give something new a chance. Like like I said, I realize I am a woman. I do need affection. I do need attention. I need all that shit. Period. So it's like I didn't want to keep, like doing that shit. Like at the end of the day, when it's like all this shit going on in the world, you really do need somebody to go through this shit with you. So this nigga approached me. This nigga came for me or whatever. So yeah, it's like I now like okay, like back then when women were saying like um I can't not accept that a person don't want me. I can't not accept that a person don't like me. It ain't even about the love at this point. You don't even when a motherfucker don't even like you, like that ain't nothing to like play around with. And you sharing energy with this person, you sharing sex with this person, you sharing time with this person, you putting in effort to try to build this relationship that you think going towards a relationship, but it's really not. It's in a gray areas up in debate. It's and it's thin, it's up in thin air or whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just all over the place. This shit is really emotional for me because in my mind I'm thinking like, okay, like all and within a span of two men ever in my life in 10 years, I would think that I can get this shit right at this point because I'm looking at it like all the men that tried to approach me within those years, I have thought like all these niggas ain't shit. They just want to fuck you and fuck you over. Like they ain't coming with no good intentions. They ass ain't no shit. Or you feel me? Like that's how my mindset always been. But I tried to change that up. Like I told you, my brother just passed away. I'm grieving how I'ma grieve. So I decided to give a relationship a try. So I was talking to this guy for like um 30 days to just try to see like. And for some reason, he said all the right shit, all the right answers, all the right like on his best, basically on his best behavior. As far as like I went for this man, fell fell for this man, cause I did fall in love with him. I ain't gonna say I ain't got shit negative to say about him. Cause if I once said I ever loved him at some point, I can't be on here bashing him or saying nothing negative about him. Cause that shit ain't 100. So um so yeah so we started talking or whatever for 30 days or whatever, just getting to know each other. He was asking me to cook for him and shit. Like he was talking about his life, I was talking about my life and shit like that. We just trying to connect on a different level. Like, men and women don't do that no more. We don't even talk or communicate about more serious shit. I was really outside of sex or, you know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. Like we don't really connect on real levels. So, yeah, so basically, after the 30 days or whatever, when we both get to know each other, I realized I do like his character. I like the person that he is. Like I said, I went with this man. I went for this man. What is it called? Fell for this man off instinct. And who I thought that he was. Now, let me explain how fundamentally fucked up this relationship was. This man had about a 16-year age difference on me. And, um, turns out he was married. Turns out he was married. I didn't know that. I didn't would have never guessed he was married. I don't know why I didn't see that, but I would have never guessed no shit like that. Um, but me being so trying to give some shit a chance again, I'm overlooking a lot of like shit and that I look back now that I look now back now on like damn like I don't know. But I realized that I've been out of the game too fucking long because I guess he sold me a dream and I bought it. I'm like I said, like I'm a woman at the end of the day, period. And he brought the relationship idea to me. So I'm thinking like, you know, um 10 years of waiting or whatever, or 10 years of this could have been a godsend for me. I'm just trying to try something new. I'm trying to try something different. This could have been a way of taking my grievance out. It's a multiple number of reasons why I entertained the situation. That 10 years of multiple, hundreds, thousands, people approaching me, I said, nah, these niggas ain't shit. Like, I don't want nothing to do with they ass. I hate men. I hate niggas. But actually, I love men. I don't have no problem with men. I don't have no problem with men. Like, we need men just as much as they need us. You know what I'm saying? I never, like, been through, I guess it's an experience on my part because I never been through enough with a man to realize, like, damn, is this shit how this really happen? Like, is this how it really go? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so after 30 days or whatever, um, he dropped me off from work one day at my house and we walked the bam. You already know what happened. So after that, 2 days after that, um, he asked me to cook a dinner for him. So I'm cooking for him or whatever. So at this point, I'm really thinking that it's real. You feel me? Cause he came into my kitchen and said like I love you or whatever. He was like I want to meet your family. So I'm like, what you gonna tell him that you is to me? He talking about your boyfriend or whatever. So at that point, I'm thinking like, okay, like I did the right thing and the right thing came back. You know what I'm saying? I did right by me and stuck to my morals and standards and did right by him and the right thing came out of this situation. So uh now the whole time whatever happening in private and public is not like that because in public he telling people like I guess he went and told the whole job he fucked me or whatever or we had sex and basically like he's and I get it. That's how niggas talk. Niggas talk. That's how niggas gonna be niggas. And niggas gonna do this all day. Niggas talk all fucking day. So I get it. I get that shit. My thing was, I think what I wasn't paying attention to was that I don't know if it was more to prove a point to his friends, or did he really like me, or I don't know. But at the end of the day, like this is a sidebar. Niggas, if you're not attracted to the bitch, if you don't respect the bitch, if you don't like the bitch, if you don't like the woman, like, what the fuck is so wrong with telling her that shit? Like, who plays games? Like, don't, like, players, that shit will really destroy your soul. Like, you whole time thinking, like, okay, like, if a motherfucker was more honest with me, I think I would have woke up a lot sooner. But a motherfucker playing a role and playing their part and selling me a dream and lying to a motherfucker like that. I really realized how they keep women in situations that they probably don't need to be in. And when they get out, they be like, damn, I really didn't want to be in this. But this, like I said, a woman gonna fall in love through her ears. So whatever a man is telling her, a man that she attracted to, that she didn't fell in love with his personality, fell in love with his character, and he telling her the shit, she gonna believe it. Like that's how women are. So like I said, okay, let me get back to the story. So so basically he telling me one thing, he telling his friends another thing. He telling them like, oh yeah, I be fucking the shit out of her. I'm all in that pussy. I'ma hit it one more time. woo, woo, woo. But at the same time, he telling me, like, what he telling me? Like, what did he tell me? Like, what did, he really didn't tell me nothing to keep me there. It was more so of me seeing that. I think that's what happened. That's what happened. He showed his ass after the sex, and that's a real thing. Like that shit really happened. That shit really changes. Like I used to just talk that shit back then, but now that I've been through some shit, that shit is real. Like a motherfucker gonna show they ass. Real talk after you fuck them. After real talk, like, and the motherfucker you think that was talking to you this whole time is a whole nother person when you're just looking like, what the fuck? Like, so at this point, I'm a real ass motherfucker. Like, you feel me? Like, if I ain't your cup of tea, if I'm not your type of woman, if I don't do the things um that make you happy, you know what I'm saying? Don't um I just wish men would go back to being men and just say what the fuck they gotta say. Like me, like I was always taught like a man gonna be direct, straightforward. It's gonna be either allow the truth, but it's gonna be direct or whatever. Like I was so confused and fucking misled and so fucking in a whirlwind with this shit. Like I'm so glad I'm off this roller coaster. Like I can breathe now. Like this shit was like, and so let me finish the story, y'all, cause I'm getting sidetracked. I'm trying to get over this shit. Um so he was telling me like uh basically like I could now that I look back on it, I really see it was one sided. He didn't tell me shit. I think I fell in love with the person from the beginning, and I'm the person that came out after. Then I started seeing like, oh yeah, like this is who he really is. But I was already sold on the person in the beginning. So therefore the person after, it was just like deception at its finest. So now at this point I see now only that okay, he was taking me to work and shit. But outside of taking me to work, like this motherfucker wouldn't even buy me a sandwich or share a sandwich with a motherfucker. Like, you feel me? Like he in my house, I'm cooking him dinner, he eating my motherfucking food. Like, I'm listening to the advice. He tell me whether it's right or wrong. I'm listening to the judgments that he making on a motherfucker. Whether I want to curse his ass out or not. I'm listening to him. Because I'm thinking like, okay, this constructive criticism, he ain't trying to hurt me. He trying to tell me true shit. So I'm listening to the shit and shit. And like now that I look back on it, it was a tear down. It was straight up tearing me down. It wasn't building me up at all. Like the shit he was saying to me is like you saying shit that like I can't do nothing about. Like he was picking on my skin. Talking about, cause I'm two tone. I've been two tone all my life. I don't know what that's about. I think I was a light skinned baby, and then over time I just got dark. So I'm real two tone on my whole body. So he got to talking about my skin, um, like has just like picking on my skin, um, picking on my height. What the fuck? Do a lot I can fucking uh get taller in my adult years? What the fuck wrong with this nigga? Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's that basically just tearing me the fuck down. And borderline brought my self esteem down. Borderline, like, I ain't think I was the prettiest bitch. I ain't think I was the baddest bitch. But at the end of the day, like, I wasn't. I was like, I mean, I'm already probably damaged or whatever. So I don't need a motherfucker tearing me down. Like I said, I heard that shit my whole life. I don't need a motherfucker to keep tearing me down. You feel me? Like, and especially if you're not like, there's no benefits to this shit. I wasn't even benefiting as a woman from this shit. Like, I know this a little personal, but I wasn't coming. Like, he wasn't trying to pay for shit for me. Like, we'll go to a gas station. I'm getting $1 lighter. He couldn't even pay for that. Pull out a pocket full of money, and I'm still paying for my own shit. Like, this nigga asked me for gas money. He wouldn't protect me at all. Like he didn't protect me in no type of way. Like, say for instance, like He was leaving that door open for other niggas to come talk to me, basically trying to pass me off. Like, and then when I really saw how toxic this shit was, I am so thankful that I got out, because this shit was like literally Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Literally. A total crossover, a total changeover. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know where it went wrong at, where it changed at. But this shit just changed literally out of thin air. Literally out of thin fucking air. Like, I was lost. Lost, like, what the fuck went wrong? Because just 2 days after the sex or whatever, like, a motherfucker was telling me they love me, they want to be my boyfriend. Then, so I knew at that point he was playing games. I don't know what the motive was playing games, but I know the shit that he was doing was intentional. He went out of his way to intentionally make a fool out of me, make an example out of me, make a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, have me looking stupid as fuck, you know? And I didn't understand why. I don't understand the why still. But at the end of the day, I know that this shit happened. So, one day he came up to me. This was like getting towards where I knew the shit was pretty much over, and it was time to end it. Like, it wasn't going nowhere. I'm completely wasting my fucking time. There's no benefits in this shit. He not claiming me as his girlfriend. It takes two minutes to say a girl or whatever, and then at the end of the day, so he didn't tell me a wife. He didn't tell me he had a wife to after this shit all went down. So 2 minutes after the no 2 minutes. I mean this was getting towards the end part. So he walked up on me one day. Now it was the beginning of the week on that Monday. We had a beautiful time. Like, we just had a beautiful ass time. Like he came over my house or whatever. So we was like hugging. It was a lot of intimacy, affection, a hugging, a kissing, lovey dovey, and the sex was like awesome that day. Like, out of all the times that it went down, it was never like the way it was that day. I don't know what was different. I don't know, but it was amazing. So then after that whole week, when I say ignoring a bitch, ignoring the fuck out of me. Like, almost like childlike. Like, and I didn't even understand, like, what the fuck changed overnight. Literally overnight. Like, so I don't know if that was his way of telling me he didn't want me no more, or telling me that he's trying to be with somebody else, or really trying to play me to keep me on like this hook. That I was like, you know, when I came in the door, like, it was submission off the bat. I respected him, G. Like, I really respected this nigga. Like, I'm gonna stop saying nigga. I respected this man. Like, I was like, he was masculine. He loved his kids. Like, I really did just love him from a place of instinct, like a real life instinct. Like, I knew if it was him and 10 women, we gonna survive. We gonna survive. Period. That's how I'm gonna put it. That's how it was more of an instinctual connection that I have with this nigga. And apparently he didn't have it with me. So one day I don't know if he started feeling trapped, or I don't know if he started feeling like he don't know how to get out of this shit, or he don't know how to tell me. So he came up and said, like, I'ma leave you or whatever. Or whatever. I guess I ain't cook. He was saying I ain't cook for him or whatever. So he was like, I'm gonna leave you or whatever. So I'm looking like, now, like, he never said them words out of his mouth. I'm gonna leave you and shit. But he didn't threaten to stop talking to me and all type of shit like that before. But then he'll laugh it off, or he'll make a little joke behind it. So I'm like, yeah, you really gonna leave me? Thinking we playing on playing terms and shit. Hell yeah, I'm gonna leave you. Woo woo, like, if you don't get the cooking, woo woo. So at this point, bitch, that's like putting what's it called? A singer to a background singer. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Once you solidified me and told me that you love me, told me you was my boyfriend, and made it seem like we was going somewhere, me was official, and you think you're gonna put me back in audition mode or back in first stage or whatever, this shit is over. This shit is over. You don't have to, you baby, you don't have to like stress yourself. Don't worry yourself. Don't even trip. It's good. It's good. Like I want your cup of tea. I want your type of woman. I ain't make you happy or whatever the case may be. I'm a real ass woman. I can accept it. I can move on, G. I can move on like real talk. So basically, I had to pull the plug on that shit. I really had to just pull the plug altogether because a relationship take two. Take two. I can't as a woman mainly, I take on all the risks. I cannot be in this shit by myself. You see what I'm saying? Especially when I'm under the impression I'm connected to a motherfucker, I'm attached to a motherfucker, and this motherfucker not attached to me. He telling the motherfucker everything in the book, but he attached to me, or he go with me, or he with me, or whatever. So I had to basically pull the plug on that shit, and it put me in a depression for like 3 weeks. I was fucked up behind that shit. Like I didn't know how to take it. I was already going through a lot from my brother. And basically I was really, really, and I see how a woman can really just be sitting there debating on like, damn, did I just do that shit? Did I just play myself? Did I just do that shit to myself? Like for real? Like, and it was like, I still don't know if I left the love of my life or if I made the best decision as far as me. Because at the end of the day, like I said, a relationship takes two people. And if a motherfucker ignoring you, they not even trying to be affectionate to you. Not all the shit that you supposed to just do. I'm a woman, G. I'm a woman at the end of the fucking day, G. Natural born woman. You feel me? So a motherfucker not kissing me, not hugging me, not, you know what I'm saying? Like, not giving me encouraging advice as my man, as my nigga. Like, what the fuck I need you for? You're not gonna sit in my shit, eat my food. I'm doing everything I can for you, and this shit has been not being reciprocated because I'm a vibrational being. So my energy go like this. My energy is like on a wave. So if a motherfucker not giving me that same energy back that I give them emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Like it becomes a problem. Like somewhere at some point it become a problem, and then let's move on to the sexual for a minute. Okay, so he was giving me that energy sexually. He was. I ain't gonna even say him flex, and so he wasn't. He had all the energy for a motherfucker sexually, real talk. But like that entire week, this is like in the fourth week that we was like, well, when I realized shit started to go down. So that entire week, like he didn't even like press the issue sexually, like, and this is the motherfucker who claimed he had this high sex drive, and like he was so excited for me, y'all. He was so excited for me. So a motherfucker that you so excited for, and this your sex drive so high and whatever, well, you could walk around and ignore her in public, and you basically treat me like I ain't shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Then try to think you finna downgrade me to like push me from the front to a background singer. Bitch, really? Really, G? So yeah, y'all. That's my breakup story. It's my heartbreak story. I feel like I just had to get it out because I'm just trying to move on at this point. Because I'm not sure if I made a big mistake, but I know that I can only go off what I seen. I can't make up a motherfucking mind for them. So I can only go off what I seen and what actually happened. Because I'm a real ass bitch. Like, I don't know. Full observation or whatever. So, but yeah, back to my brother. I love you, bro. I really miss you so much. Like I really got your kids forever, bro. I I I I know, like, I'm gonna see you again at the crossroads until we meet again, bro. Like I really miss you dearly. Like you meant the world to me. You really like snatched my soul and my heart with this one, bro. I don't know what me, my immediate family, your kids gonna do without you. I don't know, bro. But we gonna try to be strong for you and be strong for them for you, bro. Um, so I'm gonna make a separate video on my brother, but just a little bit of some I want to throw in there. Like, so in November, I think I explained my life story on one of my earlier videos. Y'all can go check that out if y'all want to. Um, During November, my brother killed my other brother, and This is a reality for me now. I'm getting through it the best way I can. But basically, in the future, like, I hope that he just guide me and be my guardian angel and let me know that intuition get the kicking in when some shit ain't right, when a nigga ain't right, and when that don't mean no good to you or whatever. And that intuition get the kicking in, and the motherfucker just have the strength and the courage to move on. Like, that shit real. That courage and that strength a motherfucker. Like, this was an out of body experience for me. This was something brand new for me. But I'm glad I went through it. It taught me a lot. It hurt me a lot as well. Like, I didn't want to leave. That could have been the love of my fucking life, despite all the flaws. But it's like I said, it take two in a motherfucking relationship. And if a motherfucker, just because you love somebody, you in love with somebody, and they don't love you back, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't had no kids and nothing like that. Nothing binding us together. So, I guess I have to leave. And yeah, that's all I want to say, guys. I'm sorry I made this a long video. Thank you guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.